Councillor Michael.
Councillor Muir.
Councillor Bett.
I have nothing, Your Worship.
Councillor Hamilton.
I have nothing, Your Worship.
Councillor Rocky.
I have nothing, Your Worship.
Councillor Goble.
I have nothing, Your Worship.
So we have to add the administration. You have done.
Your Worship, yes, 3.3, Deputy Mayor appointment.
3.3.
There's 1 and 2.
Yeah, it's got 3.2 council appointment, 3.3 deputy.
I don't have that.
I don't have that either.
Where do I?
You don't?
Organizational meeting.
In your organizational
No.
agenda?
Oh,
It should be in there.
there's a separate one for organizational
Yes.
line.
Okay, sorry.
Give us a piece of paper to get
No kidding. And do we have to add the letter for the?
Yes, Your Worship, and I completely forgot about that. Could we add ambulance service under 8.2, please? Thank you.
Thank you.
Move to accept the agenda as amended.
All in favor? Carried. Previous minutes for adoption October 5th to 11.
I move the adoption of the October 5th, 2011 Committee of the Whole meeting minutes.
There's no errors or omissions. All in favor? Carried. 4-2.
I would move the adoption of the October 5th, 2011 regular council meeting.
No errors or omissions. All in favor? Carried. There's no delegation there, other. 6-1 public hearing for November 16 to 11, page 15.
Your Worship, I would move that council set a public hearing on November 16, 2011, commencing at 7:30 p.m.
I heard the motion. All in favor? Carried. 6-2, bylaws number 1108. ES2 for the prairies, page 17.
Your Worship, I would move the council give first reading to bylaw 11-08.
Y'all heard the motion. All in favor? Carried.
I'd move that council refer bylaw number 11-08 to the public hearing scheduled for November 16, 2011.
Y'all heard the motion. All in favor? Carried. Thank you. 8-1 names advisory committee recommendation, page 69. Tammy.
Your Worship and Councilors, we had a meeting with the Names Advisory Committee on October 3rd, and there were 4 submissions, and we requested their recommendations to Council. The first one was an application for a new subdivision, and what will likely be a future application will be for an area structure plan, and I may point out on the map where that area is. It's for these 2 40-acre quarters. So it is the south half of the southeast of 26, 24, 25. And the requested name was Heritage Heights. And the Names Advisory Council recommended that council approve that recommendation. The second was the application to name a park, and it is a park that some of the infrastructure or some of the items were donated by the Western Irrigation District, and that's in your Schedule B. So therefore it is located, pardon me as I look myself, It is just east of Park Road and north of Park Lane Drive. And the recommendation
Point that out.
Yes.
Right here.
Thank you. And there were actually two proposed names because the original one was already used in two other sites. So we asked for two additional names from the WID. And the first proposed name is Western Irrigation District Heritage Park or Western Irrigation Heritage, or Western Irrigation Heritage Parks and not, so deletion of the district. So you can put the district in or the district out. So those were the two.
Put your foot in, put your foot out.
So, you're saying you don't mind which way either?
At that point in time, they had not actually proposed it. They actually had proposed Centennial, Western Irrigation District Centennial Park. However, we got two other Centennial Parks, so it made it probably a little bit confusing. So what we did is, after the committee had met, they just said, ask them to propose another name, and these are the two proposed names.
Do you need a motion?
Sorry?
Do you need a motion to,
Yes, we do a
I'll
proposal.
need a motion on all of this, John.
On all of
but we have to decide though.
Well, sure. You can do that.
Can you say the two names again? I'm sorry, I'm confused here.
The first one is Western Irrigation District Heritage Park, or Western Irrigation Heritage Park.
I would prefer the shorter one.
Yeah, absolutely.
I guess I'm just a little confused. Are these names that have gone through the naming committee?
Yes. Oh, these names have not.
No, the recommendation by the Names Advisory Committee
Yes.
was to reject Centennial
Yes.
Park and for Western Irrigation to present another name for it that
And
wasn't
they presented
duplicate.
two.
And then present it to council.
So are these going back to the naming committee?
No,
No,
it's coming
we-
for council's decision.
We already, voiced our preference.
On these two?
Yes.
And
We,
which was what?
via email, and, so we haven't heard what, you know, which one was favored more than the other.
Do you know that?
But, we, as council, still make the
No,
final.
I appreciate that, but I'm interested in what, knowing what the naming committee recommended.
You're on the naming committee, are you comfortable?
So am I.
All right. Is it that big of a concern?
No, it's.
No, and it was, when it came out to us, it was,
Take your pick.
yeah.
Okay.
And I know that when I voted online for this, I voted for the shorter name.
Me too.
All right.
Sure.
Yes.
Did we not, Councilor Bob, did we not name our downtown park Heritage Times Square?
Heritage Times Square.
I'm just a little concerned we're gonna get a lot of heritage, names here on different places. We already have, we just opened our Centennial Park downtown this summer, which is named Heritage Times Square.
Yeah, but this is WD Heritage Park.
Yeah.
Well, I realize that.
I don't think that the two. You wanna go play at the, Heritage, what do you call it, Times Square? Or do you wanna go and play at the park?
Well, I don't care where I play at, but I mean, for new people moving into town or whatever the case might be, you know,
But we have two Centennial Parks, so.
Western Irrigation Heritage Park, we're
Here.
looking all over for that one, and then end up downtown at the Heritage Times Square.
Our fire chief had no objection to this. So if when they're going up to find something, he doesn't have a problem going up to find it, I don't either.
There's a lot of names that are close. We have two ranches, don't we? Somewhat similar.
Yeah, Ranch States.
Ranch State, yeah.
Ranch Court.
Yeah. To me, it's not a big concern, but anyway, maybe it is. Can we have a motion on, we got a motion on the first one, too. Is there another one, Tammy, is there, this is it?
Yes.
There's two others.
Okay, let's talk about all of them.
The third application of 4 was an application to honor a family member, and that is in your, excuse me, in your package as Schedule C, and it had to do with proposing the name Angus Spence. However, the, excuse me, the Names Advisory Committee had recommended that the name be placed on the reserve list before the potential of naming a future park, rather than naming a specific site at this point in time. So that's the third one.
Councilor Bennett, you wanted?
Yeah, I wanted to speak to this, Your Worship. I voted against it at the meeting as well. My problem with this is this gentleman, although I respect what he's done and everything, he spent 6 years on town council. 3 of the people at this table have spent more than that. One of the others will have that many at the end of this term. They know him off a bunch of committees that Mr. Spence was on, and if you'll notice, they were all during his council, so he had to be on them. I can think just over the past 9 years how many people have spent more time and done more than what I see here, and therefore I cannot vote for this.
Being another member of the Names Advisory Committee, I have no problem with having his name on a reserved list. A park or a place, and it could even be a street, who knows, at some point in time, could be named in his honor, but at the present time, we just don't have any place to do that.
Okay. You have one more.
Yes. The last application was to honor a family name, to name a road in the new subdivision. Excuse me. And the request was actually to rename the road extension of Brent Boulevard that crosses the east side of George Freeman. We did receive a letter in regards to opposition of renaming of that road. Further, Energy Corporation, reflected in their area structure plan, has continued the name of Brent Boulevard for the roadway, and they had submitted a letter after, as I mentioned, after the Names Advisory Committee had met. However, I did mention it at the Names Advisory Committee meeting that there was likely opposition to renaming of the road. The discussion as well, although I'm sure Councillor Guest might be able to reflect it a little bit more clearly, but renaming or chopping up the name of a roadway did not really seem to make sense, was basically was the discussion. So the recommendation is not to rename it Dawkins Boulevard and to maintain it as Brent Boulevard.
Councilor Bennett.
Your Worship, we spoke about this at length actually, and what we came down to was we can't start splitting streets up in the middle just because we've got an annexation. This is a major thoroughfare, Brent Boulevard is, and to switch it over to a different name on the other side of the street makes no sense. I spoke to our fire chief about it, and he was less than enthused about it because it can cause confusion, as I've also spoken to the dispatcher at Wademsa, and he's not very pleased with the idea either. The fact is that at the end of the day, what we said was this name could go to the reserves list for maybe a future park or a road inside the development itself, but certainly not for a major thoroughfare like Brent Boulevard.
And I understand Prairie Merchant Corporation would like to run in the same right from their letter here. Is that what I'm reading?
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
Prairie Merchant has a letter here wanting it to say Brent Boulevard. That's my understanding.
To maintain
Yes, okay. Let's start from the top again. We need motions and all 4 of them then? Is that what you're requesting?
Can we do this individually?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, individually, that's what I'm asking.
I would move that the proposed subdivision be named Heritage Heights. And that's the proposed subdivision that comes to us from Longview Planning and Design.
You all have the motion, no further discussion? If no further discussion, all in favor? Carried.
I move that the proposed park name be Western Irrigation Heritage Park as per Schedule B.
You all heard the motion, no further discussion. All in favor? Carried. We have two more.
Your worship, I move that the name Angus Spence be directed to the names reserved list for future considerations in the naming of a park.
You all heard the motion, there's no further discussion. All in favor? You're not in favor?
No.
You don't want to do it?
I don't think this name should go to the names of, to the
Reserve?
reserve list, no.
Oh.
Well, they can go in there, doesn't, at some point in time, they say that it's allowed.
I'm just asking for, okay, he's opposed. All in favor? Carried. One more.
I move that the name documents be directed to the name reserve list for future consideration in the naming of a street or park.
You all heard the motion, no further discussion? All in favor? Carried. Eight-two, ambulance service, Councilor Sobel.
Your worship, council, with the new Alberta health policy pertaining to ambulance dispatch and signage, it's become evident that at certain times it is possible to have no ambulances actually within or even near the town of Strathmore. I would move that we direct administration to prepare a strongly worded letter of concern to the provincial health minister expressing our concern with this new policy.
Thank you. You all heard the motion. Any further discussion? All in favor? Carried.
I was going to just comment on the fact that we have already experienced a number of time periods where we have not had an ambulance in the town, and it's very concerning in regards to the safety of our citizens.
And did you say you wanted CC to the all member of Parliament?
I did to Arnold Dirksen, please.
Thank you. There, anything first, nothing in administration committee and departmental reports. There's none tonight. Questions in councilors? If not, number 12, 212, page 89. 213 of Special Olympics Provincial Games. And a request has been received from me to meet with Mr. David McGuire and declare a run to the Remember Day on October 27th, 2011. And Mr. David McGuire is running a marathon day in support of brain injury awareness, 8 months of running across Canada from St. John. Yes?
I don't think we're on the same issue.
It's not run for awareness?
No, it's Special Olympics 2013.
Sorry.
Page 89.
I just got there's going to be different pieces of paper here.
Your worship, this is an invitation from Special Olympics Alberta to submit a bid to host the 2013 Special Olympics Provincial Games. This would be something that one of the reasons why I'm hoping to get our new staff member, which will be dealing with events such as this and coordination. But at this point in time, I don't think that this is something that we have the manpower or the ability to host, and I would move that we accept this for information purposes only.
You heard the motion for the discussion?
Your worship, I've listened to that argument now for a whole lot of years, and the more we keep passing it up, the less we're gonna get asked for bids. yes, this new person is going to have to go out and find things, and I agree that will be a major effort to do. However, I don't think we can keep passing these types of things up, simply for the fact that, well, it's going to take too much effort. You know what? A lot of things take a lot of effort, and for us not to go after doing them simply for that reason doesn't bode well with me.
Councillor Cole?
Well, I would just comment that, if a councillor wants to step up to the plate and take this on as a responsibility, then all the more power to you. But I don't know where our staff at this time is going to find time to organize an event of this nature. It's a mammoth, it's a huge event, and it does take a lot of time. And speaking just from the preparations for a one evening gala, where people came and left, no accommodation, etc. It took 7 months of planning to complete that. These are big events, and unless we have the people in place to look after them, I will not support that, because we're setting ourselves up for failure.
That's a tremendous financial responsibility that we could lose on, I think.
Certainly bring a whole lot to town too.
Anyway, you heard the motion, any further discussion? If not, all in favor? Carried. Now, Councillor Beth, you handed me something, where did that come from, that other?
They're here.
And I can't find one.
That was an add-on, Your Worship. Run to remember.
I guess I can present this as information, and I will probably meet the guy on that. Is he coming, obviously he's coming through Strathmore. Did we further check that out?
Yeah, it says that he's going to be coming through here on 27th.
That's right, and I would be honored to go meet him.
Well, do you want, okay, then make a motion that the council proclaim October 27th, 2011 as a Run to Remember Day, and that Mayor Graychuck meet with Mr. David McGuire on October 27th, 2011.
Thank you, and if the press wants the bit of article on it, I'll give it to you, okay? Thank you. You all heard the motion, any further discussion? All in favor? Thank you. Carried.
Your Worship, I would move to adjourn.
Oh, thank you, Mayor.
Eh?
Your worship?
Yes.
333.
333, which is another piece of paper.
Yes. Yeah, that's back here.
We have to,
Council appointments and.
you have to cancel, I didn't recognize your motion, Councillor Best.
Thank you. I would rescind it then.
Thank you.
Oh.
Let's start with 3-1, please, which we missed. Assignment of seating motion. Am I correct?
Yes, Your Worship.
Yes, thank you. We skipped this, in case anybody's wondering. It happened to be on a different piece of paper, and we may look a little silly, but that's the way it is.
We can't do it now, we have to do this before the meeting started.
No, we can't. Yes, we can.
Well, I move that the seating assignment remain as it is for the next 2 years.
You all heard the motion, any further discussion? All in favor? Carried. Council, appointments.
In honor of your worship, I make a motion for the current representatives from council to remain on their respective committees for the next year.
1 year. You all heard the motion?
Your Worship, as I had mentioned previously, I feel that to do this is not in the betterment of council. I believe that council members need to take different committees on so they can get a better and faster degree of what goes on with the different committees and with council, so that by the end of their term they are fully cognizant of that. In that case, I cannot vote for this.
You all heard, any further discussion? You all heard the motion? All in favor? Carried. One opposed. the deputy mayorship.
Who has the list?
I do.
As previously discussed, Your Worship, I would move that the next deputy mayors be in succession, Councillor Rocky, Councillor Best, Councillor Fuel, and Councillor Hamilton.
You all heard the motion? Any discussion? All in favor? Carried. Thank you. Administration, do you have anything else?
None, Your Worship.
Thank you.
Now we will do it.
Now we have an adjournment. All in favor?
Your Worship, that's a pretty quick council meeting.
Well, we didn't want Councilor Fuel here anyway.
You should be coming in the door right
Yeah, right on.
now.